my bike, which is behind me, which you can't see. He got off his bike, put it on the side stand. It's quite a camber, and as he got off, so the bike fell over onto me. Welcome folks, it's Nick here. It's the start of day 31, I think. Just left the campsite, wherever that was. I need to put the name of the town up. It wasn't really a town, it was just a little stopping point, a gift shop and camping facilities next to it. The camping facilities were all nice and clean, but very lacking in number, I would say. There were 3 toilet cubicles, which were also the shower cubicles, and 2 sinks, and it was mixed, so it was men and women, and so it's a bit limited in a full-size campsite, I would say. But anyway, nonetheless, heading now to Helsinki, but going via which is the Christmas town in Lapland, Finland. Just heading down that way anyway. It's 600 or 700 kilometres. We're just heading on the route. Take it very gently. It's very odd seeing the same vehicles over a number of days. About a week and a half ago, when I was in Garanga, I saw 2 specific Austin Heelys, which I then bumped into a couple of days later at a petrol station, and just as I was pulling out of the campsite there, they passed again. So all the same route really, but I'm going a different route this time, I think, because if I'd just plugged in Helsinki, it would have taken me down a different route. But at the moment I'm heading back to Alta, which is where I spent a night a few nights ago, so no, 2 nights ago, not last night, the night before, getting back together. Anyway, just going to enjoy the ride and the scenery. Don't know whether we'll see any reindeers today. I was chatting last night to some bikers who were up from Finland, and they said to be very careful, watch out for the reindeer. They are mad. They will quite likely wait at the side of the road till they see you coming and then run across. I was chatting with a motorcyclist, can't remember where he came from, but he toured the UK, and he mentioned about the head nod as opposed to the hand wave. So in Europe, in the mainland Europe, etc., because we're driving on the right here, where I am, I can quite easily put my left hand out because it doesn't affect my throttle control at all, and it's on the correct side of the road for them to be able to see it and them to respond. Of course, in the UK, putting your left hand out is a little bit odd and not very visible. Putting your right hand out is going to be dangerous because you suddenly get the throttle snapping closed on you. But he'd perfected the head nod, which is more than I can do anyway. Just an observation. And they also use a foot out here as well. If they're overtaking you, for example, they'll often put their right foot out. Another little oddity of motorcycling, I guess. In the earlier days of motorcycling, in 70s, 80s, we used to flash our headlights at each other in the UK. The headlights are on all the time now, one way or another. It's not legal, I suppose, to do so. Just another little snippet of nonsense whilst I'm riding along this beautiful... You could always mute these bits if only you knew they were coming. Okay, so we've been stuck at this set of lights. There's not really lights, there's a man with a little red paddle for a good 5 minutes, and before that another 5 minutes. He let maybe 20 cars go through, and now nothing's happening, nothing's coming either way, so I don't know what's going on. But it's a horrible set of roadworks. I should have skipped to the front of the queue when I had the chance, but I was trying to unfreeze the GoPro, which has cost me this time, so never mind. So eventually it's out to a bit of excitement then. The bike which is behind me, which you can't see, he got off his bike, put it on the side stand. It's quite a camber, and as he got off, so the bike fell over onto me. But luckily, he was quite close, so it just fell onto my soft panniers, and I had a good grip on the bike. So I was able to hold them both up. That just goes to show lack of concentration can go a long way. Just topped up with fuel, just in case. It's done 208 kilometres on that tank, so should be over 400 kilometres, and we're 434 kilometres from the next town, which is Pelo, I believe. Pelo in Finland. So we'll be crossing the border at some stage. I stopped at a little bakery, managed to get a proper salad. I got something other than a baguette or a hot dog from a bakery, which was really nice. I had a lot of salad, green stuff underneath, which was super. And yeah, so I'm topped up, bike's topped up. Just got to stop waffling and get going. I didn't hold out much hope for the E45, but there's bits of it which are really lovely. Running alongside a river, we've crossed it, and these mountains either side, they're quite dramatic. Excuse the Insta, keep forgetting about it. I'd use it more, but it's really awkward. You have to turn it off, otherwise the battery seems to die very, very quickly. and then turning it on or off on the move is really difficult, and then starting recording isn't too bad. Stopping recording is painful, it doesn't seem to want to stop, so it's just not, I don't find it usable as a vlogging device. I'm sure others have come to grips with it, but with my gloves, which aren't particularly thick, just turning it on, nightmare. Finland. There we go. That's what it means from Finland. So, I've never been to Finland either. Tall, 200 meters. Guessing this side. Doesn't look like I need to do anything. The green light. Suppose they'll chase after me if I've gone wrong somewhere. There we go, Finland. 50 in the cities, 80 out of the cities. Nice and straightforward. Oh, so having said out of the city, it's 80. Actually, it's 100. Another border crossed. I've stopped at a petrol station. As much as anything, I was going to get some refreshments here, but it doesn't seem that the last couple of stations I've been to had refreshments. The first one had an associated cafe, but didn't like the pumps were active. .97 litres. Every time you stop, even just for a moment at a junction, not that there's many, you get swamped with mosquitos, and if you stop the bike and get off, there's these massive great wasp type things start buzzing around it and you. Not very pleasant at all. Anyway, this is Finland, but very different landscape. No mountains, lots of trees, no reindeer yet. Let's just see whether this is open. Long and camping. Well, that's pretty good. It's €15 for the night. Doesn't include electric, but their grill bar looks fantastic. It's open till 10. It's now about 6:30, so good timing. Just hope the midges and mozzies aren't too bad. So I'm going to pitch here, but it doesn't look great mozzie wise. There's a chap there wafting his arms about, and look at the bee things or wasps, whatever they are, already horseflies or something. I don't know what they are. Massive great things anyway. Right, off we go. Look, what is that? Horrible. Big fly. We're at the end of day 31, heading towards Helsinki, but via Pelo and Rovaniemi, which is the Santa Claus town. Found a campsite right by a lake, but it is just so jammed with mosquitos. I daren't venture outside. They're just buzzing at the mozzie netting all the time. Anyway, interesting day. The road at first was nice, but then it became a bit tedious. Did about 350 kilometres today. One odd thing happened. I was stopped at some Roadworks, ridiculous set of Roadworks, and two bikes pulled up almost next to me, one slightly ahead to the side and one slightly behind to the side, and all of a sudden I felt a real sudden weight on the back of my bike, and his bike, one of the guy at the back, I think he'd put it on the side stand but not well enough, and it fell over onto me. Luckily it didn't knock me over, and no damage done. Very odd. Saw some reindeer, had a really nice salad lunch. It was really good to have something other than hot dog or baguette thing. So yeah, it was really nice. And the campsite that I'm at has got a restaurant, and they did real food too. So I had actually reindeer patty and fries, but it had a heap of salad with it and a beer. So that sums up today, I think. Anyway, nothing else to report. Well, apart from the fact I lost another hour. Didn't realise the time zone shifted. But that's it. On the road tomorrow towards Pelos possibly, and then Rovaniemi. Anyway, more of that tomorrow. All that leaves me to do is say bye for now.